Hello everybody, it's Wilson here and welcome back to my channel. Another how-to video today, this time showing you how to replace the brake vacuum sensor on my R172 SLK. Now the brake vacuum sensor is causing the eco stop-start problem on my car. It's not the only problem that causes the stop-start issue. Other issues are like dodgy batteries. So I've done a couple of videos in the link in the description below showing you how to replace the main and the auxiliary battery. So the first thing is just get it on the fault code reader to see what the fault code is showing, and in my case it was the brake vacuum sensor. Now the part you require, as shown here, is from Mercedes. It's about £60. You can buy it from eBay, AliExpress for cheaper, but I didn't want to gamble on a component like that, so I bought the genuine McCoy. Before we proceed with this video, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. It's free to do so. In that way you'll be notified of future videos of this nature. Right, without further ado, let's crack on. The first thing you'll notice is the green LED on the eco button no longer lights up and doesn't respond when you press the button when the car is started, or it happens intermittently whilst you're driving as well on some occasions. You'll also notice on your dashboard the eco sign doesn't appear as well. First of all, I need to read the fault code that's been produced. So I'm using Sentry, the official Mercedes diagnostics. If you have a Mercedes specific fault code reader, iCarSoft for example, which I also use, you need to read the ESP module because that's where the fault normally resides. So let's do that. And there you go. So the fault code that I'm getting at the moment is C120000. The power supply for the component brake vacuum sensor is not okay. You might not get the exact fault code. It might be a slightly different one depending on what the fault on the sensor is, but essentially the vacuum sensor is faulty. The brake vacuum sensor is located under the brake fluid reservoir below there on the brake booster unit. I'll just show you. So it's right down the bottom over there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go there. You'll need small hands to get your hands down there. So the trick is to remove that brake sensor is you need to pull it out. It basically just pushes in. The way I do it, I'll just show you. So the idea is, so this is the faulty one that I ripped out already. So the idea is, if that's in situ, you get someone with small hands, wrap this cable tie around it, obviously tie it onto it like that, and then you got some leverage in which you could now pull off the vacuum sensor from the servo unit. It's just pushed on, so there's no screws or anything, no tools required. So once you've pulled it out, so one thing to remember, leave the loom connected whilst you pull this out. Last thing you want is to pull it out and that drops down the engine bay, and then you can disconnect the loom afterwards. To remove that connector, once you release the vacuum sensor in your hand, you need to unclip that grey clip at the side, that one there, put a screwdriver in between the black and that grey clip, and then lever it out to unlock it, and then that connector will pull off. Finally, the fitting is the reversal of the removal, so make sure you plug the loom in first before you actually feed the sensor down there, and make sure that grey clip at the end of that connector you can see there is actually pushed in, so it locks the tab in so it doesn't fall off. Once you've pushed it in, it might be a little bit struggle pushing it back into the servo brake booster. You might get someone with small hands, or just feed it down there, get a tool and push it from behind to slot it in. And the other important thing is, once that's in, make sure you swing, I'll just do it now, make sure you swing the whole unit so it's vertical with the connector at the bottom like that, yeah, so that any water could actually run down rather than run into the connector. And basically that's it. And don't forget to reset your fault code. I mean, if you haven't got a fault code reader, you don't have to reset it. The eco should start working again, but to be complete, I'll show you how to do it on my iCarSoft this time. So read the fault code, It's probably historic now. Yeah, it's historic because I fixed the fault. Now if I go back and then clear the fault memory, okay, fault code done, and hopefully if I read it again, no fault codes. So let's start the car and see what happens. Eco stop start now restored. Look at that. Green light now activated, and you can turn it on and off as you desire. And on my dash, the Eco has reappeared as shown there. I hope you all found this how-to video useful. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.